there, storytellers, welcome back to my channel. This week's video is something I haven't done since pretty much I took like a almost 3 year hiatus on this channel, and that is an Owlcrate unboxing. I have taken a break from Owlcrate for a while, not because I don't like their stuff, but because I wasn't overly thrilled by any of the themes, so I just sort of stopped for a while. But June's box convinced me to renew my subscription again because I got very excited for the book. It has been described as, if you're a fan of the night circus, you'll probably enjoy this book. So it seems to have very night circus-y vibes. The theme is all the world's a stage, so I guess we should just get right on into it. I will open the, it's been a while, can you tell? Opening the box. Oh my little cheat card's a little bent, but there you are. There's your little sneak peek. First thing on top is the little cheat sheet for All the World's a Stage, and it has a spoiler warning right on the back, so I'm going to set it aside because we don't need to see them just yet. And I suppose we can dive on in. I see a very interesting piece of packaging, so we'll get started with this one. Now that I have set my box down out of the way, we'll just get into this. This item is fairly solid. It sounds kind of grainy, and it smells really nice. So I think this is probably a bath product, and it is an Owlcrate exclusive. And I have to say, I dig the black and white and red sort of packaging, circus packaging that everything's in. It is definitely night circus vibes down in there, so I hate to ruin it. Here we have it. It is definitely a bath product. Ooh, not a bath product, a shower product. It is a shower steamer by Whipped Up Wonderful, which I think is someone they've used before to do a bath product, if I'm remembering correctly, a while back. And this is called Gambler's Ruin. So it says, place on shower floor just out of the path of water, breathe the steam aroma. It has a sort of sweet, I want to say like almondy vanilla kind of scent. I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, I keep sniffing it. I've never used a shower steamer before, so this is going to be an interesting one to try. I'd certainly love to have more options for shower sort of experiences. I'm a bath girl. I love bath bombs and any variations thereupon, but sometimes you don't have time to do a whole bath, but you still want that little bit of luxury, and I feel like a steamer would be a really cool way to do that. So I like this item. Next, I just grabbed the pin because it was right on top and easy access. And I like the pins, but they're not by any means my favorite part. So this one is very pretty though. It says Glorian on it, and it was designed by Blissfully Bookish Company. I'm guessing this is probably the setting of the little story that we're gonna get in our book. But I don't think I have ever gotten a rose gold sort of enamel pin before. And it's obviously a gated sort of circus. So this is, it's pretty. And I certainly can just put it on my little pin banner back here and it'll fit in quite nicely. The next item that caught my eye was some coffee designed by Bones Coffee Co., which I have heard of before. I've actually had my eye on them a few times because they have some really interesting flavors. And this is a Cirque du Freak item, and I absolutely adore the Cirque du Freak books, but they're one of the only books that also kind of terrified me. For those who don't know, it's about this boy, Darren Shan, who through an encounter with a traveling circus that comes into town, he ends up being part of this traveling circus because he ends up a vampire. And the whole crew of the circus is sort of forms of supernatural beings, and the entire series is so good. If you like anything sort of supernatural and horror-esque, it's a young adult series, so it's not too crazy. I remember one in particular, I can't remember the name of the book right now. If I find it, I'll put it up here. But I stayed up so late reading it because I just could not put it down, and consequently I also terrified myself because there's one scene where I don't want to spoil it. It was kind of awful. It was awful in a good way. So anyway, I digress. We have a coffee inspired by Cirque du Freak, and it has a coupon code on here, Freak20, so I wonder if you use that on their website, if you can get maybe 20% off or something. And it is a small batch medium roast meant to smell like mini donuts, which I have to know about that right now. I absolutely love coffee. I work in a coffee shop, have worked in several, so I've accidentally knocked a couple of the very loose grounds onto my leg here, but that is so good. This is delicious. If you have this box coming in the mail, it's so good. It smells exactly like, oh, sorry, when you initially open it up, it has that sort of really fresh coffee smell combined with like the fried dough kind of smell of donuts, but there's notes of chocolate in there too, and it's so delicious. And I'm probably going to try to find a way to save this label because it's everything. I'll do something with it. I don't know what, but this is probably a standout item for me. I will see if anything manages to top coffee for me, because very rarely anything does. The next item is a set of pencils. I can tell from the box and because it says so on the back. It is a Shakespeare-inspired pencil set. It says, challenge the talent of the bard with these exclusive pencils. Each pencil features a beloved quote from Shakespeare's work. You'll be writing your own plays and sonnets in no time. So let's, oops, of course I would open the wrong end first. Leave the pointy ends down there. And let's see what kind of quotes we have available. So, first we have an indigo blue sort of pencil that says, to thine own self be true, from Hamlet. Set the pencil down. We've got a holographic silver one that says, I burn, I pine, I perish. I'm not gonna lie, I have not read whatever this is from, be it play or sonnet. Next, we have a black pencil that says, these violent delights have violent ends. And that is from Romeo and Juliet. I know that one. And lastly, we have a red pencil that says, all the world's a stage. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure I know what this is from, but I am definitely blanking on it. But that is obviously the theme of this box. So, pencils are good. I am always remiss to use ones with quotes on them because I think they're too cool to use, but we shall see. We have a little rating pad, and it says, what if we rewrite the stars on top? And I don't know. I think I've heard that quote, and I don't know where it is from, but we have, it's sort of a planner, actually. I see. I've misunderstood. I thought it was, because we had sort of these star things, bubbles going on over here. I thought it was a rating chart, but we actually have a notes section, a weekly habit tracker, which makes sense because obviously we have the days of the week to track the habits, a place for you to write the date, and what you're currently reading, which is kind of fun. I don't know how much I will use this. I don't usually use things like this on a regular, even if I want to. I don't want to like chop it up, but I'd be more likely to use it if it were actually a little bit sort of thinner this way and longer this way, if that makes more sense. If it were more oriented to be up and down lengthwise, just because then I could fit it in a journal, but I might try to fit it in a journal anyway, but it's cute. So I've just pulled out the little leaflet that gets included that has usually details about the next box and what makes the book exclusive and interviews and things like that. I like the little clown on the moon artwork. It's very cute. I'm likely to keep the spoiler card. I usually keep them if I like the artwork on it. So I'm just gonna set the other leaflet aside because we don't need it just yet. I have pulled out this adorable little box with circus tents and clocks on it, which was a dead giveaway anyway, but on the back it confirmed it. It is an item inspired by Le Cirque de Rêve, which is the name of the Night Circus officially. Obviously the book is called The Night Circus, but that is the name of the circus within the book. So it says, experience the wonder of the Circus of Dreams every day with this beautiful tin pencil holder / coin bank. Place it on your desk for an extra touch of magic. So I've just spoiled what's in the box for us, but let's take a look at it anyway. Oh, this is pretty. I would not be likely to pick up something red, but it is cute. It's got little metallic, I don't know if you can see them, little metallic silver stars around the outside. Obviously, maybe, there we go. The lid pops off and it does have a slot. If you're inclined to use it as a coin bank, you can just leave it off if you want it as a pencil holder. And it's just sort of done like an advertisement for Le Cirque de Rêve, and it says open at nightfall, closes at dawn, and it's just got the circus tents on it. It's very cute. I like it. I am probably going to use it as a coin bank, honestly, which is a little bit weird, but I don't have tons of places to collect coins, so I'll do that. Okay, so we're at the book for this month. I'm trying not to drop things. I've pulled out the author letter, which is really interesting. It says, Dear reader, I'm so excited to be a part of this month's spectacular box. Now that you have your ticket to the show, it's time to dim the lights, raise the curtains, and set the scene for you all. Phantom of the Opera times Moulin Rouge times the Night Circus is the glittering pitch for Where the Dreams Descend, which is the title of this month's book. I adore all of those, I think it's camps. I adore all of those camps, but there's even more meaning behind those inspirations to me. I was always the reader who longed to be in romantic fantasy worlds, dancing across a ballroom in gorgeous gowns while magic glittered in the air. I wanted to be Christine singing on stage, or to be Satine strutting around in sparkly costumes. I dreamed of being able to step into stories like that, to see more characters who looked like me on those wondrous stages. Enter Kalia, my powerful, ambitious, fiery showgirl. She became the star of the show from the moment I first envisioned a brown girl who could rain fire upon the world, descending from a chandelier. Ooh, what imagery. Fueled by Fueled by dreams of her own, she would do anything to to prove she's the best magician out there no matter what, and I was determined to give her that stage in Where Dreams Descend. A story woven with ambition, power, illusion, love, and lies. It's got circuses that conquer and a city built with secrets, tricky mirrors that can't be trusted, and a doomed show that must go on. It's a book born from my love of grand theatrical romantic stories and my dream of seeing the Kalias of the world at the center of them. I'm so thrilled to share this story with you all, and I hope you enjoy the show. And I cannot read her Janella Angelis. So, Where the Dreams Descend. Now, I'll show you the book in a moment, but we also got some stickers with it that say, I am not powerless. Not powerless. She looks very mysterious with her little red mask on. And just sort of another version of the sticker with her, who I assume is Kalia, in the artwork with Where Dreams Descend, the name of the book. Okay, so let's get to the exclusive edition. This book I know is signed. I believe it's got a foil cover. It doesn't have a normal dust jacket, which I thought was kind of fun. I wasn't sure how they were going to do it. I can't decide if it's my favorite, honestly, just because I sort of like dust jackets sometimes, unless the book is really ornate. It sort of looks like what an ornate cover would be underneath a really ornate dust jacket, if that makes sense. But I don't hate it. So let me go ahead and show you Where the Dreams Descend, or Where Dreams Descend, by Janella Angelis. And it says, the stage is set, the spectacle awaits. And we've got these really fun printed end pages. Obviously she has signed it. And there we have it. And we actually have a fun dramatis personae list and a map in the front as well. This is definitely a book chock full of fun things. So definitely a very pretty edition. I think if the sort of mean binding of the book weren't what you'd feel like, wouldn't, if it felt leathery or buttery or something like that with all this gorgeous gold foiling, it would appeal to me a little bit more without the dust jacket, but I don't hate it. The gold foiling is very pretty. Where the Dreams Descend follows a group of magicians at the Conquering Circus who are all out to prove that they are the best. And as they go on, an unseen malicious force outside the circus starts coming for magicians, and the sort of last three standing are they sort of have to reckon with their pasts and work to prove they're the best in order to get ahead of this force by the end of the story. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it's very intriguing. Like I said, I loved some of the series that helped inspire this box, or the one series and some of the other bookish items that are inspired by other books, but I liked The Night Circus and Cirque du Freak a lot, so when I saw those two sort of name dropped in the spoilers for June's monthly theme, I was all over it. I definitely knew I wanted to read this book. It sounded amazing, and it is the first in a duology, so I'm hoping the second book, whenever it is ready to come out, Owlcrate also does a companion edition, because I do love to keep my companion editions from Owlcrate together. To quickly go through the artists that did all of the other bookish items. We have obviously Le Cercle de Rêve inspired coin bank, the Night Circus, and that is designed by Forensics and Flowers. And I've never had the urge to purchase my own coin bank, but now that I have one, I'm glad to use it. We have obviously the shower, what do we call it? Shower steamer. That's right, shower steamer. By Whipped Up and Wonderful, and it is inspired by Ace of Shades, which I have read. That gets to another little detail I saw in the leaflet, but I have read Ace of Shades. I have to get to the next one so that when Queen of Vaults comes out later this year, I can go right into it. But it says, this has a delicious smell of coffee with hints of orange, which would explain why it was sort of hard for me to place. I was wrong, very much so, but it also explains why I enjoy it so much. I love both the smell of coffee and the smell of citrus, so a combination is perfect. The next item was obviously the Cirque du Freak inspired coffee by Bones Coffee Company, and that mini donut smell is so good. Motivated to make some positive changes and reach your goals with this, Greatest Showman inspired piece. Interrupted. Gonna go get ice cream shortly. That would explain why I knew the quote at the top, though. What if we rewrite the stars? So that doesn't make sense. It fits the theme, and it is designed by Paperback Bones. The next item were the Shakespeare-inspired pencils, and they were designed in-house by Owlcrate. Knocking things down, the sort of stickers are actually, I mean, I suppose you can use them just as stickers, but they list them as laptop decals. Dropping everything, my gosh. Like I said earlier, our pin was designed by Blissfully Bookish Company. And I was right, it was inspired by our book for this month, as always. Glorian, I think, is the name of the... I'm not sure. But it has the circus, and that is meant to be the chandelier down there. Last thing in the box is the theme for July's box, which is A Date with Destiny. I did a little digging on what's sort of meant to be in the next box, and I wasn't super thrilled about any of it. I don't think it's going to be a bad box. I just didn't personally want all of the items. The only one that would have caught my eye, which they have spoiled for us in advance, is the next in the Karakazak series of Harry Potter mugs, which sometimes, if you're lucky, they put any extra mugs they have up in their shop. So I'll just take a look and see if I can find it there after, because I have already skipped the July box. Real quick, I thought I'd show you the difference between the Owlcrate exclusive and the standard edition of the book. The little leaflet has interviews. It recommends Daughter of the Burning City, Roseblood, and The Weight of Feathers. Two of those, Daughter of the Burning City and The Weight of Feathers, I already own because I've heard they're like the Night Circus. I just haven't gotten to either of them, so I'm hoping they are. Information about the photo challenge, some other releases they're excited about, and a little link to a Spotify playlist inspired by the Night Circus. But that is it for June 2020's Owlcrate box. I'm really thrilled this was the box I came back on because all of the items are amazing. I think my absolute favorite is definitely going to be the mini donuts coffee, hands down. But a close second, I think, is going to be the shower steamer. If you got this box, let me know what your favorite item is down below, and if you didn't, let me know which one intrigued you the most or one you would have wanted to have. And let me just tell you, like I said, they put extras up in their shop whenever they have them, so definitely check out the Owlcrate shop if any of these items struck your fancy. But now I'm all set on this box. Can't wait to get to using my items. For now, I am going to go. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like down below, and don't forget you can click the subscribe button to keep up with me and all of my bookish adventures, and you can always ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat. I'm gonna go get ice cream now. I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye!